All right, welcome to another episode of Over the Shoulder. Before we lock in, you know what we gotta do. We gotta like, we gotta subscribe, we gotta share, we gotta comment. Who do you want to see sitting in this other chair? As for today, I have someone pretty dope. So I got a partner, a homeboy. His name is Briggs. We do a lot of stuff. He's been in my films. He's been in my show. We've done photo shoots together. He's really great. And man, he got on one knee and he proposed to this great queen who I actually know one of her cousins, and it's kind of crazy. And he was like, hey bro, we need to do this engagement shoot. And he said, I'm not the man with the vision, I'm gonna give it to her. And me and her locked in, and we came up with some great ideas, and we came up with an amazing photo shoot. So without further ado, I'm introducing the absolute beautiful and radiant Kaila.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Okay, look at the hair though. They're like,
Just a little something.
just a little something. I mean, that's a good color on you. Like, it
Yes,
really
thank
is.
you. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Came here full Beyonce mode.
Yes, I had to be ready.
You came stepping. I love it. Okay, so we sat down, or not we sat down, we were talking about it.
Mhm.
And, Briggs obviously is your fiance.
Mhm.
And you were like, you want to do an engagement photo shoot. So
Yep.
walk me through the process of like what you saw in your head that you wanted to shoot and how you came about the entire concept.
Yeah, so essentially, of course, we're getting married in Italy. So I wanted something that
Of
would,
course, we're getting married in Italy.
of
Just
course,
flex on everybody. Of course, we
of course,
going
we
a
had to
destination wedding.
do that.
You know.
So we're getting married in Italy, and I wanted something that kind of reflected Italy, but still kind of played into us as a couple, who we are individually, but also something that was still very timeless. So for me, I wanted the location to be like the biggest part, just like the background of, where we would be taking our pictures was the most important to me. I didn't want it to be super cookie cutter when you think about like an Italy engagement shoot, but I did want it to kind of incorporate, a little bit of me, a little bit of Italy. And if you know Zay, he's a flashy type of dude, so a little bit of flash. So I think we did pretty good with that.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, because we got one of the photos in the background, but you got to tell me about, okay, how'd you pick out your fit?
So for me, I knew I wanted my dress to be simple because I don't know yet what kind of wedding dress I want. I know, right? I don't really know.
You got time.
So
It's not like
yeah,
weddings
I
in
have
the
some
future.
time.
You got some time.
So, but I was like, if the wedding dress is like, super bedazzled, just like a lot going on, I do want the engagement photos to be like a little bit more muted. And even if it's not that, I feel like it'll still, be seamless across. So I knew I didn't want anything like super long. I didn't want any gown or super, just too formal. I wanted it to feel like me. Me, I'm cute. I like a classic look, but I still like to be a little bit sexy. So I wanted like a nice short dress that was still cute. And then when it came to Xavier, I was just like, you can't really tell him too much. So I just said black and white, please. Just because he was ready to throw some red in there. He was ready, asking me about some pink shoes. I'm like, black and white, please.
Hey, listen, my partner know how to dress.
Black
You
and white.
know how to put the fit on, okay?
He does. I'm like, please stay within the guidelines. I just wanted that black and white just to be timeless. Again, I want the pictures to be timeless. So he was showing me stuff. I'm like,
Stay
is that black
within
or
the
white?
guidelines.
Please stay within the guidelines. So I just knew that that's pretty much what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to look really elegant, really timeless. But again, for me, my dress choice came because I wanted to be elegant, but I wanted to still be sexy. So it's like a little short dress with a little bit of flair. For him, child, he might have felt restricted with what I told him to wear, but he had to wear black and white. So
Oh man, it's actually funny. So me and Briggs, it's probably like, I want to say it's maybe a little over a year ago, maybe almost 2 years now at this point. We were doing this vodka shoot.
mhm.
He's the model, and he was telling me about him getting a house and the housewarming, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, I think I'm about to do it." I was like, "Do what?" He's like, "Man, I think I'm about to ask her to marry me." And I was like, "All right, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Like, hey, what's making you want to do it?" And he was like, "Man, he said, I'm just such a good person, like when I'm with her and like
Uh-huh.
being with her." And I was like, hey, bro, that's how you know when
Yeah.
she literally makes it easy for you to be a better version of yourself. That's when you got to lock in with.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing that I ever heard about you, that you made this man
Yes.
a better person. So,
I love
you know,
that.
that's the behind the scenes. He didn't tell me to tell you that.
Right,
you know?
right. But I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
And then I come to find out that, like, so your cousin, I've known her since I was like 16. So we
Yeah.
almost 20 years into a friendship.
Yes.
And I was like, and so I posted a photo of something me and Briggs that worked on.
Uh-huh.
And then she was like, "Oh, that's Kayla's fiance. That's my cousin." I was like,
Small world.
small world.
Small as a world. Because her sister, Jade, we're like this.
Oh, I love Jade.
She's my bridesmaid.
First of all, I love Jade. Yes. Shout out to Jade. Jade is my dog. I love
like,
Jade.
We're like this. Like, you know, that cousin best friend?
That's
me
you
and
Jade. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's always like 6 degrees of separation.
It is, because Jade has been at parties like we.
She said that too. Like once, I think after we got engaged, she was like, "Oh, wait, do you know him? Yeah, he's." Yeah, so.
That's I love Jade. I love Jade. That's crazy. It was actually funny because he said, "Yeah, man, I'm about to go down to meet the family." I said, "Oh, you better go to Mississippi." It was like I was like,
listen,
get ready. I was
ready.
like, it's the whole thing. Yep. You know, again, I've met the family just being 20 years. I was like, I was getting y'all have a amazing, absolutely great family.
Thank you.
I was like, Mississippi. I was like, get ready,
man,
get ready. Yeah, it's Mississippi. M-I cricket letter country. I said, get ready. Yeah, it was funny. So it was kind of cool to be able to get the behind the scenes of just how he felt about coming into your family and like meeting you. And then we show up on set that day. I see you in your nice white dress, just looking real Italy. And I get to actually meet the face behind the planning and everything. And you know, I didn't expect you to be as funny as you were.
Really?
I didn't. I mean,
you know, that's crazy. Because I get that all the time. And I'll be like, I don't be being funny, y'all. I'll be serious. But I get that all the time. And that's kind of like one thing that Zay always says. He says, people don't know that you're as goofy and as funny as you really are. He's like, they would never think that. Yeah. They would never think it.
I mean, I've seen pictures. I've seen them. We're texting about it. And you're like super like nice and kind. And like, it's like real, like we're having like good professional, like nice conversation. I'm like, oh, okay, she's cool. But it's like, it's not like when I got there and you just, first of all, I knew the way you were just getting on Briggs. Like I was like, you done met your match, bro. Yeah, you done met your match, man.
Way you gotta keep that one together.
I was like, and the way I'm listening, I was like, oh, she is getting this man.
Yes, that's us all day.
Us. When you gave him a look and he knew to like go over to this corner, I was like, yep, go grab this and bring it back to you. It was like a look. I was like, this.
They get married.
I was like, they get married for real, y'all. I was like, oh, yeah, this is when she's at last when that came out. This is what she was talking about. Y'all kind of love.
Yes.
I was like, wow. So and then it was y'all were riffing the entire time on each other, and I was like, this is cute.
That's us.
And now y'all had me laughing. Like, I'm like, I'm supposed to be taking photos, and I'm over here like cackling. So that was really dope.
Appreciate it. We're fun to be around. We like to be fun to be around.
Y'all are definitely. So like I said, Briggs, like he did like I have a squad. I call it Fire Nation.
Yes,
Fire Nation. So it's
all
like
the fire signs.
All the fire signs. It started out as all the fire signs, you know. So Briggs is Sagittarius. I'm an Aries. I got like Tamara. She's another Aries. Caitlin's another Sagittarius. I got a lot of Leos in there. But we just started working together, and I feel like we all push each other to be better.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we got a few Capricorns, some Tauruses, and some other signs in there now. But it's like I describe us as like we burn the fire in each other. Like, you know, it's hard for me not to be on my game when all the people around me are on their game. And so it's like we all keep pushing each other. So it's like Briggs is part of Fire Nation crew, and like I was already cool. My man's getting married. I got photo shoot, great. I gotta do something special for them. Yeah. Like this is, you know, I don't know Kaila yet, but she's been real dope. I gotta do something special. So it's like in my mind, like I know you just asked for a photo shoot, but like, how do I make this a timeless memory? I'm thinking for grandkids, they want to see how Pop and Mama were getting down back in the 2020s. You know, exactly. So I was like, let me make them like this super dope video.
Yeah.
So I can't hold you. I was like, let me bring out all the stops. Let me get the drone. Let me get some audio. Let me make it a whole thing. So. You know, I'm getting those clips throughout, and no, even though I know the video is super dope, even though I know, like, and when I get it done, I know it's dope. I know I'm fully confident, but I don't think you're not a real photographer, videographer, filmmaker if you don't. When you hit that send button, if you ain't nervous,
really,
100%. 100%. You gotta be, because I mean it's dope to me, but
Yeah.
like that doesn't mean it's dope to you.
Right,
And
right,
it's
right,
like
right.
I want you to see this and I want you to low key cry.
Mhm.
Like that's really what like my goal is as
Yeah.
I'm like making it. So when I send it over to you and you watch the video, tell me about it.
Okay, first of all, the video was absolutely, let me look at my camera. It was absolutely amazing. So I know you said, child, you sent it over to us. And I think we were about to go to we're actually going to, the girl didn't know she was getting engaged to, but we were going to an engagement. So I couldn't, and of course you said, I want you guys to have a moment, alone to watch it. Never tell Xavier anything like that. Ever, 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 ever. He can't hold water. Don't give him a secret. He's not good at it. He's like, we're literally at the engagement party. And I think we were like off to the side. He's like, let's watch it. I'm like, what are you showing? Because first of all, he like tries to show me on his phone. I'm like, what are you doing? Like he said no. So he like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I watched the first 15 seconds of it. That shit fire. I'm like, bro, we're supposed to watch it together. So finally, I'm like, it's eating him up on the inside to wait until we get home. So we finally get home. We're in the car before we get out of the car. I'm like, come on, let's watch it. My gosh. I'm just like, really? This is amazing. I mean, the shots, the music behind it, because of course we didn't know what each other said. So him hearing what I said, me hearing what he said, I'm just like, it was amazing. It exceeded my expectations. Like, I mean, of course, you have this idea about what you want your shoot to be, and you don't never really know if the ideas are going to get executed. Well, when you sent the raw photos, I was like, well, shit, we good now. And then that was just like the cherry on top, because I'm like, oh, this is the one. Like I couldn't even show, like my best friends still haven't seen the video yet. One, because the first 30 seconds, my best friend was like, oh my God. I said, no, you can't even. She's like, the song. I said, yeah, I know. I'm not even going to show you the full video because you think you crying? Girl, wait. Okay. So it was just beautiful. Like it exceeded my expectations. I cannot wait till I drop that. I can't wait. And it's, also something for us to have, but it literally encompassed like what the whole day felt like. And it was so crazy because, like you said, I only know Enoch from, what Zay says. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to go do a shoot, I'm about to do this. Oh, my boy, da, da, da. So, that's in from us texting. And, of course you can see somebody's work and you're like, oh, okay, this looks good, but you don't never necessarily know. And like I told my mom when I got home, I said, the photo shoot was perfect. I was like, I said, I don't want to say like it went exactly how I thought it would go, but it went exactly how like if I had a vision of a photo shoot going seamlessly, that's what it was. And then you add that video in there and I was like, it's done. Let's just go ahead and send it out. Let's send it out right now. But it was perfect. Like, I can't wait. I watch it over and over again. I watch it sometimes if I need a little cry. I'm like, oh, that'll do it.
You gotta get me tearing up my pocket.
That'll do it. I loved it. I loved it so much.
I think that might be the best compliment I've ever gotten on like just my work in general.
Yes, because it's like you never know. Like if you shoot with a person often, then like Zay know. Zay kept saying, no, it's my boy Enoch. It's my boy Enoch. And you already have these nerves because this is my engagement shoot. Like this is the one. Like you do like photo shoots. You're like, this is the one.
When it comes down to engagement and weddings, it's like, again, first of all, Zay is an absolute amazing model. He's one of my favorite male models to work with, but you're the prop in this situation.
Yeah.
I care about you and what you think. So it's like, I'm over here in my mind, like, how do I get into what Kaila wants?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I'm thinking the entire time. It's like I'm trying to see, like, I want to give you, I like to say that, okay, it's more than just picking up a camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just taking photos. It's more than just giving a video, at least for me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm telling your story. And I know how life can get. I know how life can get hard. And we not even just talking. We just talking about a regular day-to-day, a job. Things are going to happen. Like, again, you're getting married. This is forever. This is eternity. Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Where, you're going to have to be his rock. He's going to have to be your rock. And it's like, to me, just being able to look back at a photo or a video could be that thing that pushes someone to move forward.
Yep.
Like it really can. It can be that make or break
Yes, take
moment
you
that
back to a
to
time,
time. You
like
know, like
when things were
20 years,
easier.
it's not gonna be
Yeah,
perfect. It's not. It's
exactly.
gonna be.
It's not.
It'd be like, you know what? We were here. These two people. Like I've heard every couple who I know who's been married over 30 years. They say you have to keep falling in love with each other.
Mhm.
And it's like sometimes you got to have those moments. Like wow, we were sitting in the porch, kissing each other in the sky. Like why have we disconnected?
Yes.
Let's get back to here.
Yes.
And it's just that reminder, like let's recircle back.
Yep.
You know, I love you, you love me. Let's bring it back. And like that's how I step into, especially for wedding engagement. I step into it like this is love.
Yep.
In me, it's something that I can't describe in words. I'm gonna try to put it in this picture form, this video form, and just always serve this. This can serve as that reminder that if this was something that y'all have right here, that fire can always burn and it's gonna keep burning and it's
Yeah.
gonna burn brighter and more as the time goes on. So just
Yes.
let it be. That's how I step into it.
It's perfect. It was perfect. I mean, literally, like I told my mom, I said, it literally went perfect. Like everything. It was great. Like the shots that we got, all the shots that I had in my head, we got them. The poses, the drone footage of the car was just like the icing on the cake. I was like, when I got out the car, and you was like, "Yeah, I hope y'all okay." I got up, I brought my drone for a couple. I said, "Oh well, hey." It was in my head, but I never said it. You
Oh,
brought it.
it was in your head. Oh, okay.
Like, damn, it would be fire if we can get some drone shots. I was like, It was so much. We had to reschedule the shoot a couple times. It was just, I was just like, I'm not even gonna worry about it.
I'm so happy we rescheduled the shoot. I'm so
I'm
happy because it
like-
came out. Like you said, it was
Yeah,
it was a perfect photo
yeah,
shoot.
it was perfect.
Like,
So
it
it
really
happened the
was.
way it was supposed to happen.
It did.
So
It
was
did.
perfect.
And I'm always like, again, for me, rescheduling it, I don't know. It's kind of it's a funny thing. I know like sometimes clients get really mad. I only get mad if we reschedule day of.
Yeah.
Just because it's like I've already planned it. Like my
I planned
intentionality,
this
like
day.
I've planned this day out. Like I mean, but then sometimes I'd be tired. I'd be like, you know what? Reschedule. All right, I'm gonna roll over into bed.
That's me with my clients. I'd be like, cool. I can go home.
Yeah. So it was like, you listen, you say we got to reschedule. I was like, all right, cool. I just
Yep.
move it to another day in my calendar. I was like,
Yes.
I'm totally not that person. Like,
Yeah.
again, I'm not asking for people just to reschedule on me.
No, y'all
but
don't just be rescheduling. Okay, don't do that.
don't do that. But it is the thing. So it was like, you were always like, I would say what was cool. I knew you were gonna be easy to work with because it was always like, hey, I know weeks in advance. So you're like, you're keeping me in the loop. So it was like, I was like, oh, cool. You're sending me vision boards. I'm like, this is gonna be, this is gonna be. I was like, she ain't gonna be
very type A, very type A.
Well, that's the. I feel like those for me is like when I'm the photographer. It's like I think you have like a few different kind of clients. You have the clients who they don't know nothing what they want, and they want you to fill in the gaps. And I'm a very creative person, but it's just sometimes like, dang, like I mean, you
don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. Like you don't got nothing. You can't give me no kind of inspiration.
Yes.
Like I don't even know you. Like
I don't know what your vibe is.
I was like, so and it's fine, but those come out cool too. But like when people like have a vision, it's like cool. And then if they have a vision and then they're also open.
It can be fluid, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like if you have a vision, like okay, cool. I feel like that we making a gumbo.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Are you cool if I add some sausage in right here? If I add some little bit of chicken? Like you want some shrimp? Like, because that's where my creativity can thrive. Because now I see what you want. Because when you give me a vision board, like again, I'm not saying every photographer does, but I start researching stuff.
Yeah.
I start going Pinterest. I start looking at other shoots that are like this. I start watching videos about people, how they did the lighting and all this stuff. When you send me the venue, I start looking at people's like videos and photos that they've taken there. Like, okay, what do I need to bring? How can I enhance it? How can I put, my touch on it and make it even, enhance and make it a perfect photo shoot.
That's what it was, literally. No notes.
No notes. It was great. Well, I really do hope when y'all get married in Italy that y'all have equally and even more impressive photographers and videographers. Because again, I would have loved to have been the photography videographer. Weddings are actually my favorite thing to like shoot other than films. I love seeing love. Like when two people are just in love, it is just my favorite moment at a wedding. I've said it so many times. It's like that moment when the bride walks on the aisle. I always turn to the groom and see that first time that he sees. He's like it's the moment when he's like he is the luckiest man in the world. and you just see it in their
Yeah,
eyes.
that's the one.
That's the
Because we were
moment.
trying to decide, like, because sometimes with weddings they do like a first look,
Mhm.
like before the bride walks down the aisle, or they do like a first touch. But I was like, no, I don't want to do a first look. I want to see him at the end of that aisle. I want to see him eat it up. I want to be like,
like
that's
you say,
my
anyone
wife.
who does the first, I've shot many first looks. Me personally, when I get married, I'm not gonna do a first.
I'm not doing it.
because I want to be that first time.
Yeah.
It's like
I want everybody,
we're just taking it in. Like,
yes.
Like again, anytime I see it, again, I've seen guys who still cry when they see her walking down the aisle. But it's something different when it's that
it's
first
your first time seeing it, and she's coming towards you.
She's coming towards you, and it's like it's everything. You see your first 20-ish years flash before you. You see the next 60 years go by, and you're just like, and it's almost like, how did I get through these first 20-ish years without this person? Man. Like that's what I'm seeing in his eyes, and it's just like a beautiful. And then it's like, oh, then I turn the camera back to her, and it's like. So most men don't fantasize about their weddings until we start thinking about the wedding when we say we want to marry her, and we're picking out the ring. It's like, oh dang, like this is a wedding.
And this is probably as far as it goes. Because I've been asking Xavier for help. Like, when you see me walking down the aisle, what kind of dress am I wearing? He's like,
a white one.
I'm like, is my head just floating down the aisle? He's like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, help me, please. See, he has no idea. He's not thinking about that.
Yuri's bride is perfect, just you walking down the aisle. Yep. Like that's again, it's literally, it's a level of simplicity. Yeah. Whereas, women, not all women, but I think a lot of women have fantasized about this wedding since they were like 6 years old. So they have ideas. Y'all already had mood boards before you even met the guy.
Before we even knew that it was a mood board. We knew what we wanted.
You knew what you wanted. So it's all these different. And I think when a bride's walking down the aisle, like she's seeing, like, again, that perfect moment that this is here. This is like a moment that I have dreamed about. And it's like, I'm the luckiest girl in the world because I'm marrying like my best friend, my partner in crime. Like, it's just like, we're doing this together. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's no stronger connection than that moment when you're walking. Yes. It's just, I love shooting it. Yeah. It makes me happy to see that.
It's beautiful. That's the one that always gets me when I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see the bride about to walk down the aisle and then the groom about to start crying. I'm like, I'm about to start crying too.
It gives me like hope. It's like maybe the world isn't such a bad place. Yep. Like maybe it's worth,
Maybe we can make it out.
Maybe we can make it out. I'd be like, and then for me, I'm a black love guy. So when I see a black woman, black man, I'd be like, you know what? The black community ain't doomed. Yeah, we can make it.
Don't believe the propaganda. We all right.
Give somebody a podcast where we talk about this kind of stuff. I'm like, we can make it. So like just seeing you and Briggs, just how y'all interacted. I was like, dang, like this, like being in the presence of love. It's like it's such a beautiful thing. It's infectious, and it's just like it's hopeful, and it's like I like to show that, especially with us. It's like y'all got something so pure, and y'all are just y'all yoked. Y'all equally yoked together, and it's like, to me, that's the image of black people I want to put out. I want to see y'all like again, I want that to go viral. Yeah. I want the people to see that. I want people to be like, man, this is a beautiful couple. Like this is what love is. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we have the bad stuff happening, but this is what the community is. This is what it's built upon. It's built upon this love. So I pick up a camera. I'm thinking about I think about it's not just taking pictures. It's not just making money with a camera. It's like, this is the story. This is the narrative. Like, if we don't tell our story, someone else is. The story's gonna get told, but it's not gonna get told. It's gonna get told in a way that has an agenda. Mm-hmm. And we got to be the ones building the agenda and showcase. So like, if we don't put these moments out, if we don't have it, they gonna put the crime statistics out. They gonna put that
they gonna
image.
Say we don't get married.
They gonna say they gonna they say a black man. You see Briggs. Mm-hmm. They're gonna say that he is this type. It's like, no, let me show you who Briggs is.
Right. Exactly.
Like, let me show you the goofy side of Briggs. Let me show you how funny he is. Let me show you how much he cares about his woman.
Yep.
Like, let me show you those moments, because that's who he truly is.
Yep.
Like, hey, black women, they're gonna put their own stereotype of, well, let me show you what a black woman actually is. Yep. Let me show you Kaila. Let me show you how. Like, I'm very big about that. Like, in every single thing. I try. It's a lot of weight that I put on my shoulders, but I'm like, it's my community. I got it. I can carry it. It's that. Cool. So, so again, that's just a little bit behind the scenes of how I process everything. Mm-hmm. So okay, let me ask you this question. All right, cool. If we were gonna do a completely other shoot, not related to you and Briggs, what kind of shoot would you want to do?
Not related to me and Briggs. It would
Mhm.
probably be me
Okay.
by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just showcasing my personality or me as a businesswoman, probably. Those are,
Okay. For the
yeah.
audience, what's your business?
I am the owner of Flossy Skin Artistry. It's a lash and brow business here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we do natural lash extensions, brow services, any type of beauty enhancements that you need, we do them. So it would be a shoot to showcase me and all my businesswoman attributes. Yeah, that would probably be what it is. That's pretty much my life.
Okay.
Xavier in business
In
right now.
I feel that. I feel that.
You know?
I feel that. Okay, so what do you want to see your business grow to?
You know, so I've been in business almost 6 years now,
Okay.
and I used to have an idea of what I wanted to grow to. Like when I first started out and I was first going to
Just
aesthetic
dreaming.
school,
Oh.
I'm gonna have 10 franchises. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Now honestly, like I'm not content or complacent with where I am. I know that I want to grow, but honestly, I don't necessarily feel like I have a plan or a end goal for where I want my business to grow. I'm just whatever God, I'm just taking the steps at this point because it's to be a successful business, especially in the beauty industry for 6 years. God has sustained me, through everything. Just whatever he says. However he tells me to step, however he tells me to move, that's pretty much what it's going to be. Like I used to say I want franchises and I was like, "Oh, I want a salon. Oh, I want salon suites." And I'm like, "Whatever God tells me to do." Like if he says, "Okay, do the salon suites," or if he say, "Actually, don't do the salon suites. I need you to open a beauty school or do." So there's so many thoughts that I have. I just know that I love to make women feel beautiful. I do have 2 girls that are working under me now, where I am. So,
Snaps. We
I
love
think,
that.
slow, and I used to be so, gun ho and hard on myself about, okay, now by the time I'm 28, but I'm like, by the time I turn 30, I need to have my own salon. I need to have this. Whatever God kind of has for me, it's just kind of like, if he tells me to step this way, take this step that way, take this step. However, whenever he wants that to happen, if it's a salon by the time I turn 40, then it's a salon at 40. If it's a salon at 30, if it's a beauty school at 33,
Who knows?
so I don't really have like a for sure, like this is the for sure thing that I'm working towards. Like every day I'm growing and trying to be better and, finding new things and, new ways to make my business better. But hey, when it happens, when the leap happens, it'll happen. Like I didn't think I would have 2 people working under me this year. I started off with 0. How I ended up with 2, God knows. I don't. So whatever he says, that's what we gonna do.
I was wondering what stage you were at in business,
Mhm.
because so I started my business in 2018. So I'm, would be 2025. So like around that 6, 7
Yep.
years. So we're a similar time period. And I almost think about it like high school. Like, first 4 years, it's like, oh, just dreaming. Oh, this is what adulthood is gonna look like. I'm
Literally.
gonna do this. And there's a lot of dreams. And as you start getting into 11th grade and 12th grade, you're like, oh, okay, SAT. All right, you starting to see, okay, this real well. Okay, I gotta get a job. Okay, now my
Yep.
parents want me to pay for stuff.
Literally.
And you start getting, then when you get to like, okay, after post graduation, it's like now that we're in the real world, and you're like, oh, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be.
It don't always look like the plan.
It don't look like the plan. Some good ways,
Sometimes.
not so good ways. And so I tell people that, like, again, I'm at this point, like I have like, goals and things I'm working towards, but it's
Yep.
just like it's not on my timing. Like the things I've wanted, I've gone fast. They might have gone even faster, or the
Yep.
things that have taken time, I appreciate them the most.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, when you hit that, when you hit that 5 year in business, first of all, I think it's like 90% or 95% of businesses fail within the first like 18 months.
Yes.
And if you're black owned business, like 98%.
Okay.
So to make it 6 years is like, we clapping for that.
Yes.
Like, we snapping for that as well. And you get to this point, it's just like, you know what? I got to sustain me through these first, years. He gonna keep
Ride the
sustaining me.
wave.
Yeah,
He gonna
ride the
tell me
wave.
where to go. He's
Ride the
gonna
wave.
tell me if I
Yeah.
need to go here, if I need to expand, because sometimes we have these ideas in our head and then we end up working against the grain. Like
Mhm.
you trying so hard to make this thing happen and you don't even know if that's like the direction that he's trying to push you in. So, I mean, like I said, if it's meant for me to have a salon, if it's meant for me to have a beauty school, if it's meant, whatever it's meant, it's going to happen. I just kind of got to keep getting 1% better every single
Every day.
day. So that's what I try to do. I know he's pushing me towards something because how I ended up with 2 people working under me, I still have no idea, but we just gonna go with God, y'all. We gonna go with God. We gonna figure it out together, and that's just pretty much what it is. But like you said, for me to, I got out of college in 2018, and that's when I graduated. I think I enrolled in a state school in 2019, and I had one job out of college. And I was working like no, I had my first little job, but child, they was trying to work us like, and so I had to let that go. So I had a part-time job. I was working as like front desk receptionist and like doing some social media for a hair salon. That's the only other job I've had out of college,
Wow.
and God has sustained me
Mhm.
ever since. So whatever He wants to do,
Whatever he wants
however
to
He
do.
wants it to
Okay.
go, that's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do.
It's I don't know if you're a basketball fan, but Kevin Durant, he has this saying, this statement that I like to live by, not live by, but it's something like how I see growth.
Uh-huh.
He was saying in high school, he got an 8th grade. This is Kevin Durant. If there
That's
was no,
Zay's favorite player.
I would say if there was no LeBron, he would be the number one in his
Yeah.
era. Like that's his, we love KD, but he was saying that like, he gets out of, I think he's like going to 9th grade, and he's like that entire summer, he's working his butt off,
Mm-hmm.
and then he says he gets to high school and everyone's better than him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, but he sees them, they're not working hard. But he's like, but I worked so hard, but I'm okay. Next summer, 9th grade summer, he says, same thing. I'm working my butt off. Gets everything in 10th grade. It's gonna be the one. And it's like, I'm still, everyone's better than me.
Yeah.
And he said that next summer, he said, again, I'm going in, I get there, and I work my butt off this summer. He said, 11th grade, I'm better than everyone. And then he said he realizes that progress and growth is not something that's steady.
Mm-mm.
He said you just take leaps.
Mhm.
It's like it might be stagnant, and then you just take this
You'll
leap,
take a leap.
and suddenly you're just better than everybody.
Yeah.
And that is exactly like when I was in 2019, 2020, 2020, I'm trying all these things. I'm just like, I just it's not growing.
Yep.
And then it's just something I want to say for me, it was like last year.
Uh-huh.
It was just like that leap. And it was just like, oh, I got this figure. It's just people like, how you do? It was just God.
I have no formula.
I have no formula.
I have no formula.
I can trust
Keep
God
going.
and keep going. Just keep walking the path that He has paved for you.
Hey.
Like just literally, that's all I
Take
can
the
do. Just keep
Take the
taking.
step.
It might seem a little muddy, or it might seem to
Yes.
just keep walking through it. I promise you.
Yes.
On the other side of that journey is everything that things you didn't even know you dreamed about.
Yep.
It's right there.
That's beautiful.
It's right
I love
there.
it.
You're a very spiritual person. Like
yes, I am.
that's what Briggs said in the
Yeah.
video. He was like, hey, she got me into God. Like I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
be the best. I was like, she's like, oh,
Mhm. Oh, I'm playing
I know.
that. You're right. The
You know,
Lord, equally yoked. Gotta be
listen.
that.
We've had talks about it. I'm like, again, that's how I knew. I was like, I've known him for, a few years now. And I knew you have been dating for a while, but it's like
Yeah.
the changes I've seen over like the last 18 months. It's
Yeah.
just like when you just see a man start narrowing his like focus, like
Mhm.
what I want is like, oh,
In my life.
because he knows he wants you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I can't come wanting her if I don't have a vision for these other stuff, because she gonna be gone.
Yeah.
She gonna be on to something else. She gonna be on somebody
Yeah.
with the vision, or
Yeah.
for her vision. You gotta, again, equally yoked.
Yep.
You can't have vision. He ain't got no.
Exactly.
The wagon don't. It's right.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. So yeah. So again, it was a pleasure kind of getting to know you
Mhm.
through his eyes, and then actually being able to experience you. I'm like, yeah, she's extremely dope. Like
Yes, I appreciate
that Mississippi family. I don't know what they did in Mississippi, but
they be cooking.
They did right by y'all.
Up
They
down
did
there
right by
for us.
y'all. So yes. So Kaila, I will say that whenever you're ready to do the beautician shoot, you let me know.
Yes.
We're gonna make that happen. because I want to see whatever growth that you want to have in your business. I want that to 100% happen.
For sure.
So you just let me know. We gonna make that happen.
No, I love that. We definitely will. That's
definitely-
gonna be amazing.
It definitely is. So I thank you for coming on Over the Shoulder.
Of
So
course.
absolutely,
This is
like
amazing.
you said some things like it's gonna live in here forever.
Yes.
When I get down and I'm thinking of stuff, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch
Mhm.
some of these clips,
Mhm.
and I remember.
Yes,
You
remember
know,
that.
I remember that.
Use it now. I'm not gonna charge you, but just use that.
I told you
can
she was
use
funny,
it.
y'all. I told you. Oh man, we're gonna thank Kaila for coming out on another episode of Over the Shoulder. And before we get out of here, you know what we gotta do. We gotta like, we gotta subscribe, we gotta share, we gotta comment. Who have I worked with that you want to see sitting in the seat? Put it in the comments below. I'll reach out to them. We'll bring them on and we'll talk about the process of how we created art. And as I always say on Over the Shoulder, that's a wrap.